At the beginning of the film, we see a couple. James was a writer. He had also written a book. But his book is completely flop. James's wife was very rich. His dad was a big businessman. That's why James used to enjoy his wife's money. They both had gone to a place for a vacation. The people living in the city were very poor. There was a hotel there, which was made for rich people. So that they can be kept in this hotel. And around the hotel, they had set up a fence bar. So that no poor man in this city could enter this hotel. Now James's wife tells him that I can't eat here. There is a Chinese hotel nearby. I will go there and eat. If you want, you can come with me. When he was going with his wife, he sees a man in the hotel. Who was breaking everything with a bike. Then a girl comes to James, whose name was Gabby. James asks him what is going on. Gabby tells him that this is a man from the city who has entered the hotel. And he is coming here and breaking everything. Gabby also tells James that she is a big fan of his. She has also read his book. James was very surprised to hear this. Because his book had failed. Gabby tells him that I am waiting for the second part of your book. After a while, Gabby's husband comes. They both tell James to eat with them at night. At night, when James goes to the hotel with his wife, Gabby and her husband were also there. They all talk about their work among themselves. Gabby says that she is an actress. While her husband is a businessman. They all eat together and have a lot of fun. In the morning, James wakes up his wife. He says that today we will go to the seaside with Gabby and her husband. James's wife hears this and says that this is not possible, we cannot go out of this hotel. This city is not right for us. And I have heard that there are daily murders or thefts here. But James tells him not to worry, I will take care of you. They give money to a hotel guard and leave. When they were on the beach, James was alone. So Gabby goes to him. James was very surprised to see this. He thinks that Gabby is very concerned about him. On the way back, everyone had drunk a lot. Everyone was drunk except James. That's why he drives the car. But while driving the car, he was also sleepy. Suddenly his eyes close. So a man came in front of his car. When they go out and see, that man was dead. James's wife was very upset to see all this. She tells James that we should tell the police about this. But Gabby refuses them. She says that the police here are very dangerous. She catches the criminal and treats him very badly. James and his wife are scared to hear all this. That's why they don't tell anyone anything. And they come back to the hotel. In the morning, when James wakes up, he was very tired. Then a bell rings at his door. When he goes and sees, there was an army outside. Who had come to catch them. They take him and his wife. So that they can inquire about that man. Who had an accident with his car. Upon inquiring, James's wife tells everyone the truth. That his husband died that night. James was kept separate. An officer comes to him. Who tells him that your wife has confessed your crime. James says, what punishment will I get? The officer says, your punishment is only death. James cries. Says, I don't want to die so soon. The officer says, who is telling you to die? You will be punished. But not you, your clone. Your doppelganger. Duplicate human. James asks him. How can this happen? The officer says, everything can be done with money. We make human clones. With which he gets punished. Not the real human. And the real criminal is saved. After hearing all this, James goes to the ATM. He brings a lot of money and gives it to the officer. Then these people take James's measurement. And by preparing it, it is sent to a room. Where there was a different kind of liquid. When it starts to grow, a clone of it is ready. When James opens his eyes, his wife was in front of him. Who was telling him that your clone has become. Which looks exactly like you. Now she takes him with her. Where James's clone was. James was surprised to see his own human, that is, his doppelganger. Which was exactly like him. He could speak, he could breathe. Now James's clone had to be punished. Where everyone was gathered. Who had come to see his punishment. The punishment was to be given by that man's son. Who was killed by James. That kid comes and kills James's clone. In this way, the real James's head was bleeding. James now thinks. What is it in this city? How can this happen? When he goes back to the hotel and packs his things. Because James's wife did not want to stay here anymore. She was afraid of all this. But then James does not get his passport. He goes to the counter lady of the hotel. And says, do you have my passport? She says no. But yes, until you get your passport. I can extend your trip for another week. James says yes and leaves. Then Gabby comes there. Who wanted to talk to James. But James was not ready to listen to her. But after Gabby's insistence, he sits and listens to her. Gabby says that my husband's company was running. So during this time, 2 men were killed due to an accident. His death was blamed on my husband's head. He was caught. And got the death penalty. Then we found out here. That if you give money to the government here. Then they make the criminal's clone. The penalty is given to the clone. And the real criminal is released. Gabby says that there are many more people like us. With whom all this has happened. Now she takes James with her. And makes them meet those people. They had a small group. And they were enjoying doing all this by staying here. Means they would kill any man. Then they would give money and make their clone. He would get punished and save himself. Gabby makes everyone meet James. All this is planned. The hotel in which she is staying. The house of the owner here is on the mountain. Why don't we go there and teach him a lesson? James listens and says that all this is not right. But they all convince him. After which they break the glass of a shop. Go inside the shop and take a mask from there for themselves. Then they go to the house of the owner of the hotel. And ring the bell of his house. When a lady opens the door. Then they catch her. And make everyone else a prisoner. Then the hotel owner's guard comes there. Who was shooting everyone. Then Gabby gives a gun to James's hand. And says that kill everyone. In this, a bullet hits the owner of the hotel. He was dead. Gabby also had an injury. When they go to a room to treat him. Where the police come and catch everyone. The police officer comes to them. And says that these people have committed a lot of crimes. And they have made a lot of their clones. Now they can't make more of their clones. Now the officer takes them all to a room. Where everyone's necks are cut and they are punished. Then we see some people sitting there. Clapping. And they were none other than Gabby and James's group of people. Who were watching their clones die. James too. Now it was fun to work with them. When he goes to the hotel. Then he says to his wife. I can't stay here any longer. I am going from here. James says okay. If you want to go then go. But I don't want to go. James's wife was feeling bad about his behavior. That's why she leaves him. James now goes to Gabby. And says that my wife left me. Gabby says to him. You don't worry. I am with you. Then she takes him to the room. And gives him a special kind of medicine. In which there was intoxication. James was also with Gabby's group. It was not fun to kill people. One day they plan. That they will kidnap the police officer and kill him. They do the same. They go to the police station and kidnap the officer. And then they say to James. That he should kill him first. James smells the same intoxication. With which he was considering himself very powerful. He kills the officer a lot. When Gabby removes the cloth from the officer's mouth. Then he was not an officer. But James's duplicate clone. Gabby says. We were just kidding with you. James feels very bad about this. He locks himself in a room. And thinks. This is a very dangerous group. They don't understand him at all. They are just using him. He locks himself in the room. And then takes out his passport from the washroom. Which he had hidden there himself. So that he can stay here. But now he wanted to go back. He takes his passport and sits in a bus. So that the bus leaves him at the airport. When he was going in the bus. Then he sees. Gabby and her companion. Were following him in their car. Gabby shows him a gun and tells him. Get off the bus. When James does not listen to him. Gabby comes in front of the bus. And tells the driver. That they want James. Now James gets off the bus. Gabby and her companion. Drive James to the hotel on foot. James did not like their behavior at all. He was now thinking. I wish he had gone with his wife. When he tries to run away from here. So Gabby shoots him. The bullet goes to James's feet. Due to which he was injured. It was night while he was running in the jungle. Then he sees a house. 2 ladies see him there. And take James to their house. And treat him. When he regains consciousness. He goes out again. Where the whole group of Gabby was waiting for him. Gabby tells him. Today is your test. How brave you are. Your fight is going to be with a dog here. If you kill him. Then we will understand that you are very brave. Here he had brought a duplicate of James's dog. But James did not want to kill his dog. He also gives a knife in his hand. Now even though James does not want. He has to kill his dog. And then he cries a lot. These people tell. That it was just a duplicate of your dog. Gabby comes and makes him quiet. It looked like. as if she is making the child quiet. After which we are shown. James calls his wife. And apologizes. And says, "Please forgive me. I am coming back to you." Holidays were over. Everyone had left to go home. They were all talking to each other. How were their holidays? But James was not talking to anyone. Then they all go to the airport. And take their own flights. But then we see James. Who was still at the airport. He holds his car. And goes back to the hotel. At the end of the story we are shown. That he was sitting alone. Enjoying the rain in the hotel. Seeing him, it seemed. That he was enjoying this city, this hotel. James was still in shock. What had happened to him? So this story. Was about such a city. Where if a person commits a crime. He was punished according to his crime. But rich people. Made their clones with money. To get their crime forgiven. Where we have also been told. That if a person has money. Then he can do anything. He can even get his biggest crime forgiven. Like James did. The movie story ends here with this scene. Thank you.